Hi, I'm Dempsey Pillot, and this week I'm reviewing... The Upside was directed by Neil Berger and is a remake of the French film The Intouchables, which itself is based on a true story. The film stars Bryan Cranston as a rich quadriplegic who's paralyzed from the neck down, and Kevin Hart as a former convict who's hired to be his assistant. The film follows the two as they develop an unlikely friendship. Now, truthfully, going into this film, I didn't really know what to expect. I had actually already seen the French film that it's based on, and I kept on telling myself, well, there's no way it could be better. But then, 5 minutes into this film, I kind of had a revelation. I realized that it was unfair to really compare this film to its French source material. The purpose of a remake, after all, is to reinterpret and adapt the work for a brand new audience. So I stopped being judgy, and as a result, I actually really liked this film. Now, I've said this before on this channel, just because I like a film doesn't mean it's the best film that I've ever seen, but I'll be honest, this film was pretty enjoyable. Now, many of you guys might have seen Kevin Hart on his most recent press tour where he talks about this film and calls the performance one of his best to date. And he's not wrong, this is definitely one of his best performances to date, but the one thing that prevents it from being his absolute best is the fact that at times it's hard for him to remain completely serious. There are definitely some aspects of his comic persona that bleed through in this performance. There are a lot of Kevin Hart trademark idiosyncrasies that show up, and I'm not sure if they're there by choice or by habit. But either way, they're forgivable because as a whole, he does really good in this film. Bryan Cranston, who is good in everything, is also good in this film, and him and Hart have surprisingly great chemistry. They do a lot of fun things, and they have a lot of great bits over the course of the film. I won't spoil anything, but definitely enjoyable to watch the two of them on screen together. Nicole Kidman is also in this film, and you guessed it, she is perfection. Yes, as always. However, there are people saying that her role is too small and that she's underutilized. I actually disagree. I think the amount of focus on her role is just perfect, considering the fact that the primary focus of this film is the relationship between Bryan Cranston's character and Kevin Hart's. Now, the pacing of this film is definitely a little weird at times, especially in the third act. And honestly, I felt like it could be a lot shorter. Not that it starts to drag or anything, but it really starts to stumble over itself in the last 10 to 15 minutes. Also, I felt like this film was lacking that big emotional oomph, if that makes sense. There are definitely some moments in this film that do evoke certain emotions, but as a whole, this film kind of falls flat. And as much as I enjoyed it, I don't think that there was a major message to take away from it. But regardless, this is still another solid January release. And for that, I'm going to give this film 3 stars.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed, I would ask you please subscribe. I post new videos weekly. I'm always trying to work on new stuff. As a matter of fact, yesterday I worked on another reaction video. I reacted to the new Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. So if you haven't seen it yet, I'll post a link in the description box below. Also, I'll post the links to all my social media if you want to follow me for any updates as well. Now, if you've seen this movie and you feel differently, or if you just want to talk about it, feel free to comment below in the comment section as well. I'd love to respond to any and all of you. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for all the love and support thus far. It really does mean the world to me that you take the time out of your day to view these videos. It does, and I love making them for you. And I should probably mention that I have a whole lot more to make for you. So I should probably get back to work. Until next time, I'm Dempsey Pillot. Take care.